All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Sunil Verma. The headlines. President Draupadi Murmu to inaugurate 18th National Scout and Guide Jamboree at Rohat in Pali district of Rajasthan today. Over 31 lakh students, 5 lakh teachers and 2 lakh parents to participate in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Pariksha pe Charcha to be held on the 27th of this month. UIDAI makes change and address on Aadhaar card easier. Monthly domestic air passenger traffic crosses pre-COVID level in December. Cinema halls can forbid people from bringing their own food, rules Supreme Court. And in cricket, India beat Sri Lanka by 2 runs in first T20 international of 3-match series in Mumbai. President Draupadi Murmu will inaugurate the 18th National Scout and Guide Jamboree at Rohat in Pali district of Rajasthan today. The President reached Jaipur yesterday on a 2-day visit to the state. More from our correspondent.
Rajasthan is hosting Jamboree after 66 years. Over 35,000 scouts and guides from all over the country will participate in this 7-day mega event. A smart Jamboree village has been set up with all the facilities on 220-hectare area at Nimli village. 3,500 tents have been erected at the venue. The attraction of the event will be the display of Indian Air Force Surya Kiran Aerobatics team. Besides this, there will also be a demonstration by the VSF Camel Squad. Various competition and activities will be organized during the event. Ram Khiladi Meena, AIR News, Jaipur.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with students, teachers and parents in the 6th edition of Pariksha pe Charcha on the 27th of this month. The program will be held at Talkotora Indoor Stadium, New Delhi. The Education Ministry said that registrations for this year's Pariksha pe Charcha have more than doubled compared to last year. Students, teachers and parents have enthusiastically participated in big numbers from state boards, CBSE, Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti and other boards. The ministry said over 31 lakh students, over 5 lakh teachers and around 2 lakh parents have registered for Pariksha pe Charcha. Students from over 150 countries, teachers from 51 countries and parents from 50 countries have also registered for the program. An online creative writing competition was conducted on various topics between the 25th of November and the 30th of December 2022 to select participants. The Prime Minister conceptualized the unique interactive program wherein students, parents and teachers across the nation and also from overseas interact with him. They discuss how to overcome the stress emerging out of examinations in order to celebrate life as an utsav. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people of the country and abroad in the Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio at 11 a.m. on the 29th of this month. It will be the 97th episode of the monthly radio program. The Prime Minister has invited people to share their ideas on topics he should address in the coming episode of Mann Ki Baat. People can share their views in the Namo app or MyGov Open Forum. They can also dial the toll-free number 1-800-117800 and record their message for the Prime Minister in Hindi or English. The phone lines will remain open till the 27th of this month. People can also give a missed call on 1922 and follow the link received in SMS to directly give their suggestions to the Prime Minister. The Unique Identification Authority of India, UIDAI, has made change and address on Aadhaar card easier. It has put in place a resident-friendly facility to help people update their address online in Aadhaar with the consent of the head of family, HOF. This HOF-based online address update will be of great help to the relatives of residents who do not have supporting documents in their own name to update address in their Aadhaar. It can be done by submitting proof of relationship document like ration card, mark sheet, marriage certificate or passport mentioning the names and relationship of both the applicant and HOF. in case even proof of relationship document is not available. UIDAI provides the resident to submit a self-declaration by the HOF in the UIDAI prescribed format. With people moving cities and towns due to various reasons within the country, such a facility will be beneficial for millions of people. Defence Ministry, Education Ministry, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Ministry and all three services have signed MOUs with various stakeholders to facilitate continued education of Agniveers while serving in the armed forces. Under these MOUs, with the National Institute of Open School and Indira Gandhi National Open University, suitable 12th class certificates and bachelor's degrees will be awarded to the Agniveers. Addressing the MOU exchange ceremony's outreach program through video conferencing, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said this will enable Agniveers to complete education in a timely manner and develop additional qualities and skills. Mr. Singh elaborated on the paradigm shift the Agnipath scheme is going to make in transforming the armed forces into a tech-savvy, well-equipped and combat-ready unit to face future challenges. In a video message, Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said these MOUs or agreements would empower the serving Agniveers to get the maximum benefit from their academic education and skill development. Captain Shiva Chauhan has become the first woman officer of the Indian Army to get operationally deployed at Siachen Glacier, the world's highest battlefield. More from our Leh correspondent.
After arduous training at Siachen Battle School, Captain Shiva Chauhan became the first woman officer to get operationally deployed at Siachen. A civil engineering graduate, Shiva Chauhan from Rajasthan is a Bengal sapper officer, was commissioned into the engineering regiment in May 2021. Captain Shiva Chauhan displayed grit and determination by successfully leading the 508-kilometer cycling expedition of men of Surasoi Engineer Regiment from Siachen War Memorial to Kargil War Memorial, conducted on the occasion of Kargil Vijay Divas in July last year. Ramesh Chandra, All India Radio News, Leh.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called upon India's scientific community to make the country self-reliant with out-of-box innovations. He said development in science should be aimed at fulfilling India's needs, and this should be the inspiration for our scientific community. The Prime Minister was addressing the 108th Indian Science Congress, which began in Nagpur yesterday. Mr. Modi cited the country's growing energy needs and urged the scientific community to forge such innovations in the field as may benefit the country. The Prime Minister said, since India is home to 17 to 18% of the world's population, progress of such a large number of people will lead to a surge in global advancement as well.
हमें अपने साइंटिफिक प्रोसेसेस को और मजबूत बनाने के लिए अलग अलग टेक्निक्स के प्रति खोजी प्रवृत्ति को विकसित करना होगा। आज का भारत जिस साइंटिफिक अप्रोच से आगे बढ़ रहा है, हम उसके नतीजे भी देख रहे हैं। साइंस के क्षेत्र में भारत तेजी से वर्ल्ड के टॉप कंट्रीज में शामिल हो रहा है। 2015 तक हम 130 देशों की ग्लोबल इनोवेशन इंडेक्स में 81 नंबर पर थे, लेकिन 2022 में हम छलांग लगा करके 40वें नंबर पर पहुंच गए हैं।
Union Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia has said that the monthly domestic air passenger traffic touched 1.29 crore to cross the pre-COVID level in December 2022. In December 2019, the domestic air passenger traffic stood at 1.26 crore. Mr. Scindia said 2022 sets new record in air passenger movement. He said there is a healthy trend in domestic passenger movement of late, a good sign for the aviation sector. The Supreme Court has ruled that the owners of cinema halls are entitled to set the terms and conditions for sale of food and beverages within their theatre precincts. A bench headed by the Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, said cinema owners can determine whether outside food should be permitted in their premises or not. The bench observed that a cinema hall is a private property of the owner who is entitled to have terms and conditions so long as they are not contrary to public interest, safety and welfare. The top court set aside the direction of the Jammu and Kashmir High Court, which had directed cinema hall owners not to prohibit moviegoers from carrying their own food articles and water inside the theatres. However, the bench clarified that all cinema halls must provide hygienic drinking water for all moviegoers free of cost in theatres. Further, it noted, when an infant or child accompanies a parent, reasonable amount of food for them can be carried in theatres. The 3-day winter session of the 14th Legislative Assembly of Himachal Pradesh will begin from today at Tapovan in Dharamshala. There will be a total of 3 sittings during this session. On the first day of the session today, newly elected MLAs will be administered oath, while election of the Speaker and the Governor's address will take place tomorrow. The House will debate and pass the Governor's address on Friday. The first session of the 14th Legislative Assembly was scheduled to begin from December the 22nd, but it was rescheduled after Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu tested positive for COVID-19. In Jammu and Kashmir, police have announced a reward of 10 lakh rupees for sharing information about terrorists involved in Dangari attack. 6 civilians were killed in the incident in the border district of Rajouri on Sunday evening. The details of the informer shall be kept secret. Yesterday, a special team of the National Investigation Agency reached the crime scene spot. The NIA is likely to take over the investigation of the incident. The entire North India is under the grip of severe cold wave. India Met Department IMD has said dense to very dense fog and cold day conditions will continue over northwest part of the country during the next 4 to 5 days. The minimum temperatures are in the range of 2 to 6 degrees Celsius over many parts of northwest India and Madhya Pradesh. Due to light winds and high moisture near surface over Indo-Gangetic plains, dense to dense fog will continue over Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi and Uttar Pradesh in the next 4 to 5 days. IMD said cold wave conditions will continue over northwest India during the next 3 days and there will be decrease in the intensity thereafter. In cricket, a powerful knock from Deepak Hooda followed by a 4-wicket haul from debutant Shivam Mavi guided Team India to victory by 2 runs against Sri Lanka in the first T20 International at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai last night. Asked to bat first, Team India lost some wickets initially before Hooda 41 and Akshar Patel 31, who remained unbeaten, took Team India to a total of 162 for 5 in 20 overs. Ishan Kishan contributed 37 runs and Captain Hardik Pandya scored 29. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Vaibhav Srivastava.
Thank you, Sunil. External Affairs Minister slams spark on terror, China on border issue. Headlines, The Hindustan Times. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh opens 28 projects in major LAC infra push after last month's clash between Indian and Chinese troops, writes the Asian Age. The Hindu quotes him as saying, "We do not believe in war, but will fight if forced to." The Indian Express carries the story of shop owner Bal Krishan, who opened fire on militants in a village near Rajouri, compelling them to flee, and quotes him as saying that he used his rifle after 24 years. In a New Year's gift to heritage lovers, the Indian Railways will introduce a green revolution in the form of hydrogen fuel propulsion engines for heritage train sectors including Kalka Shimla and Darjeeling Hills, writes the Pioneer. And finally, almost 4 decades after India launched Operation Meghdoot to secure the Siachen Glacier, Shiva Chauhan becomes the first women officer to be deployed by the army at the world's highest and coldest battleground, reports the Tribune. And with that, it's back to you, Sunil.
Thank you, Vaibhav. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. President Draupadi Murmu to inaugurate 18th National Scout and Guide Jamboree at Rohat in Pali district of Rajasthan today. Over 31 lakh students, 5 lakh teachers and 2 lakh parents to participate in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Pariksha Pe Charcha to be held on the 27th of this month. UIDAI makes change in address on Aadhaar card easier. Monthly domestic air passenger traffic crosses pre-COVID level in December. Cinema halls can forbid people from bringing their own food, rules Supreme Court. And in cricket, India beat Sri Lanka by 2 runs in first T20 International of 3-match series in Mumbai. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.